Hi there, my name is Sunday, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a professional looking WordPress website on Bluehost. The best part is this tutorial is targeted at absolute beginners, so even if you have no prior knowledge of WordPress, you're going to be able to follow this step-by-step guide to create a professional looking WordPress website on Bluehost. Now, while this tutorial is targeted at Bluehost, the same concept applies to other hosting companies. So if you actually watch this to the end, you're going to be able to create a professional looking WordPress website on any hosting company, be it Bluehost, Namekeep, HostGator, GoDaddy, or any hosting company you can think of. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the bell icon, let's get started. So before we get started, I'd like to let you know some of the things I will be covering in this tutorial. First, we're going to learn how to purchase a domain name and web hosting plan on Bluehost. Now, a domain name is simply your website address, the name people are going to type into the address bar to get to your website. And the hosting is simply where your website files are going to go. The images you're going to have on your site, the videos, all of them have to be on a web hosting server, and that's where the web hosting plan comes in. Additionally, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on Bluehost. And after that, I'm going to walk you through the WordPress dashboard so you can familiarize yourself with WordPress and be able to navigate through the WordPress dashboard. My overview of the WordPress dashboard is going to get you comfortable with WordPress, so it's going to give you a basic knowledge of how WordPress works, so you'll be able to move on to building your WordPress website. After taking you through an overview of the WordPress dashboard, we're going to go ahead and install a WordPress theme. There are tons of WordPress themes to choose from, and I'm going to guide you on how to choose the best theme for your project. And of course, after choosing a theme, we're going to go ahead and customize our website. Now, here's a sample of the website we will be building. So for this use case, I decided to go with a tools website. So imagine a company that sells different type of tools. Of course, this is basically a use case. This is an example site, and you can use the concept that we're going to build the whole of this site from start to finish to build any type of website you can think of. Alright, I'm excited about this and I know you are too. So let's get started. But don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss other videos in this series. Alright, let's go.
Let's start with a quick overview of the website we're actually going to be creating. So this is a website for Happy Tools. So for the sake of this tutorial, let's imagine that Happy Tools is a tools company that sells hardware tools. So you can see this is the home page, and you can see this is Happy Tools logo, and these are the navigational menus. So we have the home menu, the contact, and about menu. And I'm also going to be showing you how you can add extra menu items that leads to different pages here. And this is the banner that just basically quickly gives us a quick overview of what Happy Tools is into. And then you can see the welcome text that says welcome to Happy Tools and a little description. And there's a button here, a call to action buttons, a button here that you can set to take you to any page. So this could redirect customers to the contact page, the about page, your shop page, whatever you would like, whatever page you would like this button to take visitors to. And here I decided to showcase some services that Happy Tools provide. So Happy Tools provide construction tools, electrical tools, safety supply. So you can change this for you. This could be whatever service you provide. And I'm also going to show you how to add other services. So you can add 6 or more services here if you choose to. And here's a section that basically just if this is a real project, you can use it to provide a quick overview of your company. Just provide an extra information, and then you can even put a video, maybe like an introductory video of the company. One thing that is worth mentioning is that for every part of this website, you can actually hide any part that you don't want. So it's not compulsory that you have to have all these parts in your own project. This is basically to show you what is possible. And here's a team section that you can use to showcase some key members of your team. For this project, I decided to just add use 4, but you can add as many as you would like. And then if you go down, you can see there's a section for clients testimonials, so you can display 3 or more testimonials, and you can take advantage of this section to show some of your clients logo, some of your customers logo, or it could be a logo of some of your partners. For Happy Tools, it's a logo of some of the tool manufacturers. You know, Happy Tools is a supplier of tools, so these are some of the companies whose tools Happy Tools supply. And here is a newsletter section where customers and visitors can subscribe to receive the latest promotion, news, and updates from Happy Tools. And you can see this is the blog section. So now it's actually important that companies are blogging, and it also helps push traffic to your site and helps establish you as an authority in your field. So for this just displays the three latest posts from Happy Tools blog. So you're going to also see how you can also set up your blog in one website. The cool thing about WordPress is that it's an all-in-one platform. So not only can you create a professional business site like this, but you can also integrate a blog into the site, and you can integrate an e-commerce platform into the site as well. And the last section we have is the contact section, where people can see the address and the contact information, and then you can see people can quickly fill this form and then send a message to Happy Tools. And lastly, we have the footer navigational menus, and then we have the site credit, which says copyright 2021 Happy Tools designed by Sound Cafe. So if you're a web designer, or if you're looking to learn from this and create a website from someone, you also learn how you can do something like this. All right, so that's it. Let's go ahead and purchase our domain name and hosting. So we are going to go to Bluehost. If you would like to support my channel, you can actually use my affiliate link to when you're purchasing your domain name and hosting. To do that, all you have to do is to click on the link in the video description, or just go to sonducafe.com/Bluehost, and then it's going to redirect you to Bluehost using my affiliate link, and that basically means I'm going to earn some token through your purchase. And the good part about the link is that it also applies the latest promotion there is on Bluehost, so you actually save some money. Yes, but that's totally up to you. If you don't want to use my affiliate link, you can just go to bluehost.com, and then that's just going to bring you to Bluehost. All right, so we need a hosting plan, so we are going to go to hosting and then shared hosting, and we're also going to take a look at the WordPress hosting, and then I'm also going to basically let you know the difference. You've seen they have WordPress hosting, and then they have managed WordPress hosting. Right, so you see this is the shared hosting plan, and you can see there's a basic, there's a plus plan, and so on. And then this is the WordPress hosting plan. All right, so this WordPress hosting plan, you can see that this is actually the same with this. So I can confidently say that the first WordPress hosting plan is exactly the same thing with the shared hosting plan. The only difference is basically that WordPress is going to come pre-install, but we're not going to go for this. There's another plan, manage WordPress hosting. Now this is actually going to cost much more than the shared hosting plan. The reason being that manage WordPress hosting are type of hosting plans that the hosting environment is actually optimized to make WordPress run faster, but it does not mean that on a normal shared hosting plan that WordPress doesn't run faster. WordPress still runs faster, but this basically just bring in some extra features. You can see this says best for up to 50,000 sites, and then there are features like Jetpack, which gives you access to Jetpack personal plan. This gives you access to Jetpack premium plan, Jetpack professional plan, and so on. If you don't know what Jetpack is, you may want to go to my channel and then look at the video I've made on Jetpack. It's an amazing WordPress plugin that brings tons of features to your site. WordPress hosting basically is faster than regular shared hosting, but I think shared hosting is also fast enough. Now, for me, the key disadvantage with managed WordPress hosting is always that they don't come with email. So if you need a professional email, you have to sign up on a platform like maybe Microsoft Mail or G Suite to have access to email. So we're going to go with the shared hosting plan. So because this is basically a test site, I'm going to go with the basic plan. This says it gives us access to one website, and depending on your use case, if you're going to be building more than one website, you want to go with either the plus, the choice plus, or the pro plan. And you can see this gives access to one website and 50 gigabyte of storage. This gives access to unlimited website and unlimited storage. And they say custom themes. This basically means that you can upload WordPress themes and all that. I'm not even sure why they're putting this up, because literally every plan you are on, you can actually upload your themes, and gives you access to 247 customer support, which is quite important when you're just starting out in building website. And so those are basically the main features it offers, and gives free SSL certificate, free CDN, powered by Cloudflare, and most importantly, it also gives access to free domain name for 1 year. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this. So for you, you're actually going to select the one you want, and you have to take note that that there are different options here: 12-month plans, 24-month plans, and all that. So the prices that are shown here is actually applicable to the term you're picking. So for me, I want to go with the lowest term, which is 12 months, and you're going to see the price has changed. Look at the recurring price. You've seen when I go to 24 months, it goes down. When I go to 12 months, it goes up a bit. So one thing you have to really take note is that this is an introductory price. So normally when you're signing up on any new SIM plan, they make it really cheap just to entice you to sign up with them. But normally this is the rate you're going to be renewing at after your first term. So after your first 12 months, 24 months, 24, 6 months, or whatever you choose, this is the rate you're going to be renewing at. So take note of that. So I'm going to go with the basic plan since I just want to build one website just to show you how to build a website. I'm going to go ahead and select the basic shared hosting plan, and then next it says choose a domain name. I didn't think of the domain name I'm going to use. Alright, so let's check if API Tools is free. API Tools, okay, let's say API Tools test site. We want to make sure that we use something that will be free, and then we do next. Okay, so you've seen happytools.test-site.com is available, and then I'm going to actually sign up for a real account because I want you to see, or I want to walk you through the whole steps. If you have a Google account, you can just click sign in with Google, which will make the process faster for us. But before we do that, let me walk you through some things here. You always want to come and check the information here, so you know the total sum that you're paying. You see this is saying $119, which is not the amount I want us to pay. This is basically because they've automatically added some features that we really don't need here. So this is all we want to pay, which is the cost of the hosting plan itself. So we are going to come here and untick domain privacy protection. Now what that does is at times people are able to look up the information of the person who registered the domain name using tools known as WHOIS tool. So people are able to look up that information, and from there they can see your email and your phone number. So what that does is that it basically hides that information, so when someone looks it up, they're not able to find that information. Alright, so I'm going to say I really don't mind turn it off, and then the set code guard basic security, we don't need this. We are also going to uncheck this, and we don't need the side log security, so we are also going to uncheck these. And finally we are back to $35. So to speed things up, I'm sure most people have a Gmail address, so to speed things up I could just do sign in with Google. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this the manual way so I'm going to just fill in my information. So I'm going to fill in my information, and I'm going to just cross check, and then the interesting part, this is the total we're going to pay, and then you can see that I've saved 84 point something, $84 48 cents. 70%, I've gotten 70% off, so I'm going to pay just $35. $35.40. I'm going to go ahead and enter my card information. I'm actually going to purchase this because I want to walk you through the whole step. All right. And you have to click this. I have read and agreed to Bluehost auto renewal terms. You can also turn off auto renewal from your account area. So I'm going to click on submit. Awesome. So that went through and it says success. Okay, so you can see we have the 12-month basic web hosting plan, and it is registered the domain happy tools test site. It comes for a period of 1 year for us. So we're going to go ahead and click create your account. So Bluehost will create an account for us. So domain name. Alright, so with Bluehost you log in with a domain name. So with this we're just going to let that. So the first domain you create is going to be your primary domain, which will be part of what you'll be using to log into your account. So for next part we need to create a password. I'm going to use my password generator and just generate a password because I like to have a secured password. So I'm just going to hit save and copy, and then I'm going to just paste that in and paste it in. And you have to take have read and agree to Bluehost privacy policy and terms of service, and then after that you want to do create account. Right, so it says your account is in the process of being created. Please wait a few minutes to set your password. So we are going to give it a few minutes. Awesome. So finally it looks like we're good to go. An account has been created and it says the account is ready to go. So I'm going to go to login and let's see. I'm going to copy my password, paste it in and click on login. Awesome. It looks like it's loading the Bluehost dashboard. Alright, so it says create your website, start migration. Migration means if you have an existing website, migration is the process of moving it to Bluehost. So I'm going to go ahead and click create your website. Let's see the options we're going to be presented with. Okay, so they have uh, no help needed, a little help needed, depending on which of the approach you want. Do you want them to guide you through the process, or do you want them to stay out of your way? So let's just say we can skip this step, or we could just say a little help, and then let's see what they are just going to ask us the type of site we want to create and all that. This is going to be a long process, so we're just going to go back and then say no help needed. What kind of site are you creating? Let's see asking us this. We're going to just say skip this step, and then they ask you some questions. Are you comfortable about building website? So you can also skip this step, or you can also take the survey so they'll know how to better assist you. So I'm just going to say skip this step. So this says limitless customization. This says fast easy site building. Alright, so I want to go with this because I feel like this WordPress may actually be a customized WordPress by Bluehost, and it could end up limiting what we are able to do. So I'm going to say limitless customization because I don't want anything to limit us. I'm just going to click get started on the limitless customization. So what type is it? We're just going to skip the step. So tell us a little more about your site. We're just going to say skip this step, but feel free to fill this in if you want to. I'm going to skip that step, and then they're asking if we want free WordPress theme or premium WordPress theme. Well, we're not interested in this the onboarding screen, so we are going to say skip this step again. But you can also pick a theme from this interface, and then you can also go to the premium interface to see some premium themes Bluehost have, but this is also going to cost you money. So I'm going to go back to the free part, and then I'm going to say skip this step because I'm not interested in uh, choosing anything from Bluehost. I want to just install WordPress the regular way and then do all my customizations from WordPress. So this is saying welcome to Bluehost, and then this talks about the Bluehost dashboard. So you can click. It's talking about domain and privacy. We don't want any of these, so we are just going to say turn off domain privacy protection. I don't know why they're bringing this up again, because we specified that we didn't want this when we were signing up. So I'm just going to say I don't want privacy, say I'm sure, turn off domain privacy protection, because I don't want them bringing in that prompt again. So our WordPress site has been created, and I don't want to do anything through the Bluehost dashboard. And then you can go to my sites to see a list of sites you have. So you can see we have happytoolsite.com, so we can click on manage site, and then it's going to give us an overview of our site. So you can see that. So what we want to do next is just to click on login to WordPress, so you can log us into our WordPress website. I want us to do everything from WordPress, because it's important that you learn how to do everything from WordPress, so you are not limited to features that are offered by your web hosting provider. Alright, so it looks like we are in our WordPress site dashboard, and you can see that Bluehost did a little bit of customization here. You can see Bluehost, and if you click this should take you back to your Bluehost control panel. Okay, so we're here in our site dashboard. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is, since the site creation process was automatic and we're not presented with an option to set our password, the first thing we want to do is to come to users and profile, so we can reset our password. So I'm going to scroll down, and then you can see it's created a username for me automatically, Sunday for coffee, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a new password. Okay, so it wants to create this as a password for me, but I'm just going to use my password creation tool to generate a new password, so that I can copy it, and then the tool will be able to save the password for me, so I will be able to access it again. So I'm going to just click on add, and then I'm going to paste that password in, and then I'm going to do update profile. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to log into a WordPress website. And first I want to show you that immediately you create a website on Bluehost, you notice that it's going to be using it's going to be using a temporary domain first, but don't worry, later on this is going to change to your site domain, the domain we registered. So I'm going to show you first how to the usual way to log into a WordPress website. From this we logged in from the Bluehost dashboard, but we don't want to have to go to Bluehost dashboard every time we want to access our website. So what I'm going to do is to log out, and then I'm going to click on login with username and password, and then I'm going to input my username Sunday Cafe, and then the password that we just said, I'm just going to enter that password. Click on remember me and log in. Remember means I don't have to be logging in all the time. It remembers me since this is on my personal computer, and you see that logged me in easily. So to access any WordPress site dashboard, normally you put that site address. Our own site being happytoolstestsite.com, so that means we'll do happytoolstestsite.com/wp -admin, and then once we see this, is going to take us to the login screen that we just used in logging in just now. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is to visit our site, so we can see what our site looks like. So you can see this is what our site looks like, and there's absolutely nothing on it, but we're going to turn this to a professional website. So before we move on to designing our website, let's quickly go to my email inbox, so we can see the emails from Bluehost. You can see the first email they send who is verification for happy tools. They say verify your email address. So once you register a new domain name, you're going to get this email that allows you to verify your email address for that domain. It's very important you do that. If you don't, your domain may be cancelled. So you just click verify your email, just basically to verify your email for that domain name. So that the verification process has been completed, and then the rest of the email is just the normal account email from Bluehost. So we're going to go back to our website. This is our site dashboard. So this is the WordPress admin dashboard, and it's very important that you know how this dashboard works. So for this, in some sites you're not going to see this. It's just because this is from Bluehost. So Bluehost did a bit of customization that shows their logo on the dashboard. So normally you see every other thing aside from this Bluehost, and it looks like Bluehost by default also installed some plugins for us. So you can see this plan came with Jetpack, and I think Jetpack is a great plugin. Use it on all the sites that I've created. So you can see they install all-in-one SEO. They install their own plugin, Bluehost, Creative Mail by Constant Contact. They install Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insight plugin, Jetpack, OptiMonster, and WP Forms Lite, which we will actually be needing for this project to create our forms. So if you look at the site that will be creating, you can let me close some of the tabs. You can see that we have a form here. I actually created that form using WP Forms, which is great. This is a great plugin. Right, so I'm just going to, so for you, you may want to set up some of these plugins, but for me, I'm going to disable some of them since I'm not going to be needing them. I'm going to disable these. So you may want to leave this checked. So for me, I'm just going to, since this is not actually a real project for me, this is just a test site, I'm going to just deactivate these because I'm not going to be covering using these plugins in this tutorial. So I've deactivated them because I don't need them. Alright, so this is the WordPress dashboard, and I'm going to walk you through the WordPress dashboard. Alright, so this banner here, we are seeing this banner because Bluehost plan comes with Jetpack. So they have some sort of partnership with Jetpack that allows them to take advantage of Jetpack to provide a better experience for customers. So Jetpack brings in tons of features from WordPress.com into WordPress .org site. That's the self-hosted WordPress site. So I'm just going to go ahead and dismiss this for now, so we can see our dashboard. And this is our site dashboard, and then if you look at it, it says dashboard, and this is the home page of our dashboard, and this part of it that says updates, which normally will show us if a plugin, a theme, or WordPress itself needs updating. You can see here anything that needs updating. And Jetpack, this is just to configure the Jetpack plugin, and this is post, which is where you go to create posts in WordPress. So you can come here, and then you can see a list of all the posts you have. WordPress by default brings in this hello world default post, so you can trash a post, you can edit a post, and you can add a new post here. And this is to add a new post. This is to create categories for your post. Let's say you have a blog and you want to categorize posts in your blog. For instance, it could be entertainment, politics, and all that. So you do that using categories. So you can click on categories to create new categories. And there's also tags. Tags are more like indexes in a book. So you could have several posts regarding maybe someone like Cristiano Ronaldo. So you have a Cristiano Ronaldo tag that also tags all the posts related to Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is the media library that shows you access to all the media items, all the images, all the photos on your site. For now, we have none because we've not created any. And this is pages, which is what you'll be working mostly with if you're creating a site like a business site. You work mostly with posts if you're creating a blog, and pages if you're creating a business website. So WordPress by default brings in these two pages, a sample page and a privacy policy page. We're just going to edit the privacy policy WordPress adds by default for us, which you can use or you can delete if you don't want it. But for this tutorial, we are going to be needing this page later on, so I'm just going to go ahead and publish this page. Then we're going to go back to our site dashboard, and then we are going to create some pages. So typically a website needs some pages. So for our home, we are going to need our home page, we are going to need a contact page, about page, and then I think it will also make sense to add a services page, so I'm going to add that. So let's quickly create our pages. So we're going to just do add new, and then we're just going to do we're not going to add any content to this page. It's just, we're just going to put only the title, and then we publish. We're going to come back and add content. So we have our home page. All right, so let's add another one. Let's add about, because we'll need an about page. Services, and the last one, we are going to add a contact. Going to add a contact page, so we're just going to publish this, and now we have all the pages we want, but there are no contents. We are going to be adding contents later on. And another thing on the dashboard is comments. Comments basically just shows you all the comments you have. Let's say someone made a comment on your post, you're going to see all those comments. Yeah, and feedback is when people submit forms, so you're going to see the form responses. And this is WP Forms, the forms plugin that we have installed. And appearance is mostly where you do most of the design work, and we're going to be coming back here. And plugins is where you see all the plugins you have installed on your site and where you can add a new plugin. With WordPress, plugins is how you add new features to your site. So there are features you may desire, but they don't come out of the box with WordPress. But there are tons of plugins that helps you extend WordPress and add new features. For instance, there is WooCommerce, a popular WordPress e-commerce plugin that allows you to turn your WordPress site to a store. There's yours an SEO plugin, and for instance, there's this WP Forms, which is actually a form plugin that allows you to build forms in a drag and drop interface. And then there's users, which is where you see all the users on your site, so you can click on profile here to see your profile, or all users to see all users on your site. Obviously for now I'm going to be the only user since we've not added a new user, but let's say you're looking to have someone else manage your site with you, you can add a new user. And then there's tools, which we are not going to really use, but this basically just helps you check your site out and some other features. This one allows you to export your site contents, your posts, your pages, and this one allows you to import contents from another site you may have built in the past. And there are settings, which is important. We're going to come to settings, we're going to click the general tab, and then I'm going to just show you a few important settings that you may want to quickly set on your site. Alright, so you may want to check adjust the date format, and then most importantly you may want to set your site language to your local language. So that's one of the first things I do. I set my site language to my local language. And another important settings to do is the permalinks settings, which is basically about how your URL will look. So by default, WordPress normally makes it plain, but normally we advise setting it to post name, because you can see this is more friendly. This basically just adds some IDs, random numbers in the page URL, while this use a name. So let's say for instance you create a post that is titled how to blog. This permalink here is going to be how -to -blog. So this is more friendly to humans and to search engines. So you normally want to set this to post name and then click on save changes. Alright, so that's an overview of the WordPress dashboard. We are going to go ahead and start building our website. So again, let's take a look at our site. I'm going to refresh, and then you see that our site is basically still the same way it was because we've not done anything. And then if you take a look at this, we have appearance, and remember I said this is where we are going to be designing our site from. So the first thing we want to do is to go to themes, and then we want to pick a theme that we'll be using. Now in WordPress, theme is what determines the layout and the design of your website. So what we want to do is to pick a theme. So you can see that Bluehost by default installed this for us, and WordPress, every new WordPress installation normally comes with these two default themes, but we don't need this. We are going to go to WordPress Teams, and then we are going to pick a theme that we want. So let's come to the popular tab, which shows you some popular themes on WordPress. Alright, so we're going to pick one of them. Alright, so let's go with this. Now all the themes, when you hover on all of the theme, you see that there is a preview button, but most time this preview does not really work well, as it relies on your site content to load the preview. Alright, but some of them you see that they give you a good preview, like this gives a good preview of what the theme is going to look like on your site. So you can click install and install here, and then you can activate the theme from here, or you can just go back to the themes interface and then click install, and then after that this is going to change to activate, and then you want to click activate to activate that theme. And then if we go back to our website and then we refresh this, you're going to notice that we're going to start seeing difference. You've seen that there's been a difference, but this is still nothing close to this. So we're going to start the process of customizing our website. Alright, so in WordPress, to customize your website, under appearance here, WordPress has a customize button. If you're also logged into your site as an admin, you're also going to see that button on this, which is called the toolbar. So you're going to see that customize button here. So you can click this, or you can click it here in appearance to start customizing your site. So we'll be doing everything from the customizer, but the good thing about WordPress is that there's about two ways to do the same thing, and I'm going to show you what I mean as we proceed. So I'm going to click on customize, and I want this to open on a new tab, so I just held the command key and clicked on it to open it on a new tab. That's basically because I still want to keep this open, so I open the customization page, customization interface on a new tab. Alright, so I open this and it says that you recommend that I do this, that I install the Hobbit Fox companion plugin. Another thing I would like to mention is that once you install a theme, you're going to see that the theme may have an option here. This one says Esther options, which is the name of the theme we install is called Esther, and then you can see this says Esther options. So if you click on that, you can see some information about the theme. So this says recommended action, this says documentation. That's one of the first things you want to find in a theme. You want to find the documentation. So the recommended actions, if we click on this, I'm sure it's going to tell us to install the plugin. So we can also do that from here. So we can click install and activate, and just allow it to install and activate this plugin. So this plugin comes bundled with this theme, and this theme requires this plugin to function properly and bring in all the features that the theme has. So we've installed that, and the first thing we want to do is to we're going to start working customizing our site using the features available here from top to down. This View Pro basically just talks about the features available in the pro version of this theme, but we're not interested in the pro version. The free version is enough for what we want to do, but if you require more features that the theme offers, you can go ahead and purchase the pro version of the theme. For now, I'm going to just start customizing, and this is where our site customization is going to start. So you're going to learn how to use all the features here to turn your site to a professional website. So the first step is site identity, and this is where you set your site logo, and this is where you set your site title and the tagline. Now your site title is what shows when someone visits your website. This site title is the welcome, and if someone hovers on your address bar, what shows here is what is called the site title. So for this is a company website, so I want that to be the company name. So I'm going to say Happy Tools, and the tagline for me is going to be the slogan of the company. So this isn't a real company, so I'm going to just come up with something. So I'm going to say the best tools in the industry, and then we need a logo. And remember I said I so so we need a logo. I had downloaded this logo, so I'm just going to select the logo, and I believe it should be somewhere on my computer. Okay, so this is it, Happy Tools logo. Awesome. So I'm just going to click select. It's going to ask me if I want to crop. I don't want to crop, but if you want to crop, you just basically just drag this to the part you wish to keep, and then you click crop image. But I don't want to crop, so I'm just going to click skip cropping, and then it says transparent header logo. I don't want to add that. This is okay for me. So you're going to see what the transparent header logo means later. So alright, so in WordPress, once you make changes here, you have to click publish for the changes to save. If you don't click publish and you go back, you're going to see that no changes has been applied. So to apply that change, we are going to click publish. Alright, and then we can click here to return. Alright. Okay, so to make this website look like it is supposed to look, we are going to quickly do something. We are going to go to, no, that's not the option I'm looking for. We're going to go to home page settings, and then now if you're building a blog, you normally will want, depending on your theme, you normally want your home page to display your latest post. But we are building a business site, so we want our home page to display a page, which is actually going to be our home page. So what we are going to do is we're going to choose a page. Remember, we created a page called home. We are going to use that page as our home page, so we are going to select that. So the page can be called anything, but it's better to name it home or home page, just something descriptive enough to know that to help you know that that's the page you want to actually use as your home page. And once we set that page as our home page, you're going to notice that our site design has changed automatically, because that is how this theme works. So the theme uses the static page as an home page. So once you have set the static page as an home page, you see that the theme begins to work well, and then it brings in some demo content that you can edit to turn this site to a fully professional website, to a custom site. So if for this you want to set the page that's going to be your blog page. So we didn't create one before, so we are going to say add new page, click add new page here, and then we want to call this blog. Remember I said in WordPress there's a minimum of maybe like 2 ways to do the same thing. So you can see we are creating our page from here. So we're just going to add a new page blog, and that's going to be our post page, where every post we've published is going to be on. So what this means is that if you want someone to access the blog on our site, all what they have to do is to visit our site /blog, and then they're going to see every post we've published. And then we're going to go back, and then we're going to do publish. Awesome. So let's click on this logo, so it takes us to our home page, so we see what our home page looks like now. So by default in WordPress, when you click on your site logo, it normally will take you to your home page. Alright, so the way I like to build a website is from the top to the bottom. So I like to work from the top to the bottom. So the next thing we need to do at the top now is to set our navigational menus. So where we do that is in menus here, or from your site dashboard. You can also do that in appearance menus. So remember I said there are 2 ways minimum to do a particular thing. So you can also create our navigational menus from here, or we can do it from here. So we're going to do view locations, and then we are going to create the menus. So we can say create new menu, and then since this is going to be our home navigational menus, we can just give this a name here. This name here is just to help us identify it, and this is not actually going to be shown on our site. So we're going to say home menu, and then this is going to be our primary menu. So we are going to select primary menu. So most teams normally have menu locations, and the menu location determines where that menu is going to appear. Like for this primary menu, the menu is going to appear here. Footer menu, the menu is going to appear at the bottom of our website. So what we want now is a primary menu, and we've given a name just to help us identify that these are our home menus. And then the next thing we want to do is to click on next, and we need to add items to our menu, which are going to be the items that are going to appear here, the pages. So we're going to click on add items, and we want to add our home page. So for me, as a personal preference, if we had this, of course this is still going to take, when someone clicks, going to redirect them back to the home page. But normally I like to add a custom link as the home page, so that if I create a new home page and then I forgot about it, I won't have to update it. So your home page normally is basically your site address. So for us, this could be this temporary URL, or we could just use the domain that we purchased, happy2testsite.com, and then the link text, which is going to be the name that's going to be displayed, that is going to be visible to the site visitors. We're going to change it to and then we're going to click add to menu. Okay, so the URL, because we did not put the protocol, so we need to put the protocol. Then we okay, I missed this. Alright, so now we have so custom link is used to, if you want to add a URL and the link text. So that's how you create that. You use a custom link. So the next thing, we are going to add the rest of our pages to the menu. So we are going to add the contact page, we are going to add the blog, we're going to scroll up, and then we are going to add our services page, and we're going to add our about page. And the good thing with WordPress is that you can rearrange these. So you just drag. So I'm going to just drag this on the home, and I want contact to be the last page, and I want services to come after the about page. And you can click on hide controls here at the bottom left to hide this control, so you can see have a good view of of these menus. So you can see. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is to publish these, so these changes are saved. So once we publish, okay, let's give it a few seconds to save the changes. Okay, so the changes are published now. If we go back to our site and we refresh, we're going to see that the changes have been published. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive in and fully customize our website. Okay, so we've done the site identity, we've added our logo, we've set our site title. You've seen, if you over on our site, it says Happy Tools, the best tools in the industry. So that's what the site title does. You can also set a site icon. So the site icon is this icon you're seeing here. Like, look at, I'm viewing my Gmail inbox, you see the Gmail icon here. That's like that's the site icon. So we can click let's see if we can use that logo, and if you give us the option to customize, we can just take the icon only, and then we click crop image, and then if we publish, and then we go back and refresh our site should have an icon, but at times it could take a while for that to load. You see, our site now has an icon. Awesome. Okay, so the next option here is appearance settings, and we're not going to be doing much here, but this allows you to set the layout. If you, for instance, if you're doing a blog, you want to have a left sidebar, a right sidebar, or yeah, for your pages or for your blog layout, this is where you do that. We're not going to be doing much here. This allows you to change the typography of the website, and here you can set the font size. This allows you to set the colors, the accent color. You can see that the accent is this color. I think we're going to be changing that later. For now, let's leave it at the default color. And this allows you to set a background image if you want to have an image as your website background. And then this allows you to adjust the size, the radius of the buttons, the padding, and then the border radius of the buttons on this side. Alright, so where we are going to be doing most of our work is in the front page sections, and this is where you customize uh, the features in this theme. You have to understand that different themes offer different ways to do this, but most of them you are going to find all the options within this customizer, which is what the whole of this section where we are doing this customization is called. So we are going to start with the big title section, which is this. For every of this section, if you see a pencil icon, if you click on it, it's just going to take you right to where you can edit that option. So you can see this is a big title section, and the first thing we want to do is to set an image that we want to use here. Now, if you're building a site for a business, the business ought to provide an image. If if you don't have an image, you want to make sure that you go to a website that you can have free stock for images. Like I use this site. It's called unsplash.com, and this allows you to get free images that are not copyright protected, so you don't get yourself into trouble. So these are free images that anyone can pick and use. So previously I came here and then I looked for some images, and then I searched for tools, and then I saw a couple of images that I use in building the other project. So I had already downloaded some images from here, so I'm going to come, and then I can just click here to change the image, and then I'll go to upload files, and then I have to locate my image. Alright, so I'm trying to find where I have my images saved. Alright, this is this. So I'm going to just click, can either double click, and then it's just going to upload the image into our site media library. And once the upload is finished, you just want to click on choose image here, and then you're going to see that this is going to change. And then the next thing we want to do is to change the title and the description here. So I'm going to go to the test site I built earlier, and I'm just going to copy this text just to help us speed things up. And then you can see where it says title, this is where you can change this title. And then the text, which is where you can put maybe a short description here, you can put some text in there. And then the button text is the text of this button. So it could be something like get started, it could be something like become a distributor, like I used earlier. So you can use anything you want. So you could say get started, and then the button URL is the page or the site where you want visitors to be taken to when they click this button. This could be your contact page, it could be your blog, the services page, it could be a shop page if you have one. So wherever I want people to be taken to. So I want that to be our services page. So I'm going to right click on our services page on the menu here, and then copy the link address, and then I'm going to come here and then just paste that in. But since this is on our side, what we can do is to just come here and do /services, and then if you over here, you can see that the service page is just /services, and that is just going to that's going to automatically take someone to the services page. So either you can copy the full URL, but I'm not copying the full URL since we are building on the temporary domain here. if I copy this now, it means it's going to be redirected to taking someone in here, and later on we will not be accessing this website using this temporary URL. So we can just do /services, and it's going to take one to our services page. So you see we have that section up now. So we're going to publish, and then we're going to click here. Let's see, what does it have here? It says extra. This helps change the layout, but we're okay with the layout how it is. So we're going to go back, and then the features section, which is where we can list our services. Alright, so we're going to come down, and then we're just going to get creative and then put some tags about our services. And then we're going to copy this description that we had earlier, and then just paste in here. And then the feature here, it just talks about the services we provide. So you can literally use this for anything. So you can use this to list the services that you provide. The great thing about this is that this theme integrates Font Awesome, which is basically one of the most popular icon site on the internet, and this gives you access to tons of free. This site gives you access to tons of free icons, so you can get icons from Font Awesome and then use it here. So for these, the first option we have here is construction tools. So I'm just going to just copy all this here and come here, and our title, I'm going to take out the rest of the text. I want this construction tool, and then I'm going to paste the description for that service, for this service. And then if you want customers to be taken to somewhere when they click on this, you can put the URL here. But if you don't want customers to be taken to anywhere, just put an hash there. That basically means this is not going to be clickable. If people click, it's not going to take them anywhere. Alright, so we want to put an icon here. So what I want to do is to open Font Awesome, the URL, on a new tab, and you can click here, and then you see some icons, but I'm not seeing icons that I would like to use. So let me search for construction. It's not showing me anything, so I'm going to go to Font Awesome. I just basically opened this link on a new tab, so I'm going to go and find icon that matches what I want. So I'm going to click on the free tab here, so it is going to show me icons that are free, since I'm not looking to pay for any icons. I'm going to search for construction and see if it has icons related to construction. So you can see I'm presented with some icons here, so I can decide to choose an icon that I want. So I choose this previously on the whole side. I choose this, so I can go ahead and still choose that or any other icon I prefer. So let me just go ahead and click this. Since I want this, I'm going to just click on it to open it up, and then it's going to show the HTML for implementing this icon. So you just have to hover on it and click copy HTML. And with WordPress, we don't need to use all of the HTML class. We just need these IDs. So I'm just going to copy these. I'm doing Command C to copy. If you're on Windows, you just select the part you want, Control C. Normally you just want to copy the one in the quote, the one within the quote, and then go back to your site and then just paste that where you have this. You delete these and then just paste that, and that's just going to automatically integrate that icon on your site. Not to worry, it's going to change later on. And then this is asking for the color I want. Okay, let's publish this. You've seen that the icon has changed. Alright, so you've seen this looks good. Okay, so I want to maintain this red. I'm not sure if this is red or orange, but I want to maintain this color across all the icons. So I'm just going to copy this color here. So all colors have a color code. So this is the color code for the color here you're seeing. So I'm going to just copy the color code and then go to the second feature, and in the color section I'm going to do select color. I'm going to paste that color code because I want all the icons to be the same color, and I'm going to quickly do the same thing for the last icon. And for this I'm going to go back because I want to change this icon. So I'm going to come here and look for, I'm going to return, and then I'm going to look for an electric icon. So this plug is going to do it. Copy HTML, I'm going to paste, and then just copy this ID because that's all I need. So for you, you're going to be listing the services your business will be providing, or the business you're building the site for will be providing. So for me, I basically just pick 3 random services just so as to have something to use for this demo. So I'm going to copy this text, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste it, and then I'm going to copy the title, cut it, and then paste there. And I don't want this to link to anywhere, so I'm going to leave hash in there, and I'm going to work on the last section. So I'm going to come here and copy this text, go back here and going to paste everything in, and then I'm going to copy the title and paste here, and I'm going to go to font awesome, and then I'm going to look for a safety icon. So let's see if we find, let's say do a search for safety and see if we will find something. Okay, so how about we do health? Alright, this gives us tons of health icons, so we can find one that suits what we need. So I'm going to just go for this, and then I'm going to copy the ID again. So I'm going to paste this, and then I'm going to now click on publish to save the changes. And then if we go back, if we refresh our website, you're going to see that there's going to be tons of changes. You see, it's beginning to look like a real website. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is to, by the way, you can disable this section if you don't need it. So for all of these features, anyone you don't need, just click this disable section, and it's just going to disable that section for you. So the next thing we want to work on is our theme section, and if you don't want that, you can disable the section. So if you want it, all what you need to do is to set the title, then the section subtitle, which is going to be this text here. So I'm just going to copy what I use. So meet our theme. Oh, that's what, so we can put a subtitle. So because of time, because I don't want to make this video longer than it ought to, I'm just going to do this for one of the team members, and then that is just going to give you an idea of how to do it for the rest. So you can upload your image, maybe a photo of a team member. I believe I should have something here. Okay, now one key thing is very important to when you select a theme, it's very important to take note of the sizes of images that are used in places. So for this, I noticed that they use an image that the size is 400 by 400. You can see it there, 400 by 400. So what I did was to crop my image to 400 by 400 so it will fit perfectly. So but if whatever images you're adding, maybe you decide to use 500 by 500, just make sure that all of them are the same dimension, so it's just going to balance and look neat. So I'm going to just upload this, click insert into post, and then I'm going to give him his title. So I decided to call him Sunday Emmanuel, and then is the CEO, and then we can put a little bit about him here. And then we can, if we have a custom page for him on this side, you can put a link that if someone clicks this, is basically takes someone to that custom page. And we can put link to their Facebook profile, or we can remove this if we don't want to link to their Facebook profile. So let's remove Google Plus no longer exists, so we can remove this Google Plus icon. We can also remove Twitter and whichever we don't need. We can also add icons for platforms that we need. So we can just go to phone awesome again, and then maybe we can search for let's say Facebook icon, Twitter icon, or icon of whatever platform we need, and then copy the ID and just paste here just like we did in the past. Alright, so we can also decide to add new team members, so we can just click add item there, and then we can give the team member a title, upload an image, put the subtitle, which is their role, and then put the description, and you notice it's going to appear right here. But I'm actually not going to do that. I just wanted to show you how to add extra options if you want. And one of the things I would advise, if you're adding team members, just to make this balance and look neat, make sure you are adding 4 C's, basically in multiples of 2, so it gives it that balance. For instance, if I had new team member now, and then I upload an image, you notice that this is going to give it that balance instead of having just 5 or 3, which is just going to make stuff look rough on the home page. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the last 2 team members, basically because we don't need them. Alright, there's another section here which says ribbon. This says this is disabled. Let's enable this section and see what it brings to the table. So we need to look for this image. Okay, so this is it. This adds this section, so you can use this for whatever option you want to use it for. So this could be anything, so you can change this, and then you can also change this image to whatever you will like. But I'm going to just use it as a divider, just to separate here, because I don't want the whole of this to be white, so I'm just going to use it as a divider. To do that, I'm going to clear out the text here, and then I'm going to change the image. So I'm going to upload another banner. Yeah, I'm going to upload this, and then I'm just going to use it as a section divider. So choose image, and then I'm going to publish. Again, I'm going to refresh our website, so we're going to see what that is going to look like. So this just creates some sort of divider between the team section and the client section, but you can use this for whatever you like. You could put some text, you could put a button text, and then you could put a link to where the people are going to be taken to when they click that button. Alright, so we've done. The next part is the testimonial section, and like, so you can say what client says, or you can do something like what I did here, what client say. I use this subtitle. I said don't take our word for it, take our customers, and these are what our customers say. So you can click on each of these sections to collapse them, and then you can upload image of a customer. So let me open this image on a new tab, so you can see these are, you can see this is also 400 by 400, so you can crop an image to 400 by 400, 500 by 500, 600 by 600, and then just upload them. And then you can put what does the customer do, and then you can put their name, and then this could be a link to their website if you built a site for them, or depending on what you did for the customer. You could just put an hash there if you don't want people to be taken to anywhere when they click on this. So you can do that for all of these options, and then you can use the add new testimonial section to add additional option. But we don't want an additional option. I'm just basically going through this to show you how that works. You can add extra options. So I'm just going to delete that. I'm not going to do much here since this is simple and basic. You can either just change the text in here, or you can do disable section if you don't want that section. Alright, that's that. The next thing is the client's bar section. This basically just allows you to put up the logo of the client, and you can see that what I did previously was to use that to show logos of some tools companies. So you can put logos of your clients, or if you're building a website for an NGO, you can put logos of of some of the sponsors, some of the partners of that NGO or company. So I'm going to go ahead and upload some logos here, basically because I have a few. So I'm going to upload these three. Let me use this two. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this three, and then I'm going to upload them. So one at a time. I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to go to the next client, and then I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to go to the next one, and then I'm going to select this one. This is still uploading, so let's give it a while. Alright, so I'm going to select that one, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete the rest because we don't want them. Okay, so take note of something. You notice that when all the images are not the same size, that it just makes stuff look stacky. So I normally like having them in the same size. So I think I'm going to do well with this one, third one. I'm going to delete that and then just allow this Route TT1 logo to be here. And then the next section is the okay, I'm going to skip the subscription section. And this allows us to add a subscription section where people can subscribe to our site newsletter. We're going to come back there because I want to spend a bit of time on that. So what we're going to do now is the blog section, which is supposed to show latest posts from our blog, but this is the default WordPress post. We don't have posts, so we're going to click publish to save the changes we've done, and then we're going to quickly rush to our site and then create some new posts. So remember earlier on I showed you how to create posts from the dashboard, but I said in WordPress there are multiple ways to do the same thing. So you can also create a new post from here. So you can do new and post, and then we're going to quickly create some new posts. On our test site I had some posts that I created. You can see the post here. So I'm just going to open them on a new tab so we can just quickly copy these contents and create a new post with them. So we're going to just paste the title in, and then we're just going to copy this. Now we're going to just paste this, and then we want to come to the post menu here, the post tab here, and then we want to set a featured image. This is simply the thumbnail, which is also going to be the thumbnail image. I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to click set featured image and then click on media library. We don't have the image I want, so I'm going to just upload. So I'm going to come to downloads, happy tools, blog thumbnails, and then I'm going to just upload all of the images that we're going to need later on. So this one failed, so we're just going to try and upload it again. Okay, so this is the one we want. We're going to take this, and with WordPress, when you're creating a post, you can categorize the post like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, we can create the category for this post. So we are going to just do add new category. I'm going to call this category tools, and we're going to click add new category, and this post is going to be added into the tools category. And then the next thing we want to do is just to click publish to publish this post. And then there's a lot you can do on your post. So for instance, you can actually, okay, so this is our post. So you can also edit a post after you've published it. I just want to show you something quickly, like how to add an image within a post. So you could just click this plus and then you can search for the image uh, block here, and then you can use it to upload an image, or you can also choose an existing image, select an image from your media library. So we can use any of these images, so we can add that image in between our posts. I just want to show you how that is done, and then we can click on update to update this post. Post updated. So I'm just going to quickly add some additional posts. Title, then I'm going to copy the content, and I'm just going to paste it in, and then I'm going to move to the post tab, and then I'm going to set a featured image from the media library. I'm going to select this, set featured image, and then I'm going to create a new category. I want a DIY category, so I'm just going to do DIY, add new category, and then I'm going to do publish. Okay, I need a new page, so I'm going to do add new, and then the last post for this tutorial is going to be this, and then I'm just going to quickly copy this text that I actually got from a website, and then just paste this, and then we need a featured image, so I'm going to select featured image, and I think for this we can just use this just to save time, and then we can just do publish. Alright, let's view the post. You can see this is the blog post. Also visit our home page, and here it is. Then you can see the latest post from our blog. Alright, next thing I'm going to show you how to customize the contact section. So we're going to click on customize, and I'm going to quickly close these other tabs since we don't need them. Oops. To close this, and then we are in the customization tab. So we're going to go to the front page section, and we want to customize. This is the blog section. You can disable this if we want, or we can uncheck to enable it, and it's also going to show the 3 letters post from our blog. And then the next thing we want to do, I can't go back, seems stuck, so I'm just going to refresh. And if you ever experience this, that everything is not loading properly, what you just have to do is to refresh, and there we go. Alright, so front page section, the last page we want to work on is the contact page, and you can also change this image, so we can select any of the images we have, or we can actually upload an image. So let's change that, and then we can click on this contact section, and this shows the form that is being used there. So it automatically pick the form from our form plugin, WP Forms, and then we can click here to edit the content. Find us at our office. We can change our office address from here. We can change our phone number. I'm going to use my WhatsApp number 2347 03/480011, and then so you can change all that information from here just by clicking edit content, and then you can change the information. And then once you're done, you can click publish to save changes. Now, one very vital thing I'm going to show you is going to be on our site dashboard. So it randomly picked a form, but we don't know the form it picked, and it's important that we know. So what we are going to do is to open our site on a new tab, and then we're going to go to WP forms, all forms, basically to see the form it has. By default, I think it comes with one form by default. You can see the team created this form, so we can edit the form, and then we can just name it properly to help us identify the form. So these are the form fields. You can add new fields, and then you can also go to setup, and then you can name the form. So I want to call this home page form, so just to help me know which of the form it is. And then settings is where you can set some part of this form. So you can add a description, my home page form for instance, and then notifications. Notifications here simply means if someone fills this form, should I be notified? You can enable notification, you can disable it. Now, where should the email go to? Should it go to admin email? You can see this is using shortcode admin email, which means it's going to go to the email address that is set as the website admin email. So should it go to the admin email, or do you just want to take this out and then just enter your email address that you want it to go? And then if you want to enter multiple email addresses, you have to separate it with a comma. And then the subject, so I'm just going to say on page form, maybe on page form submission, on page form and all that. And then you can see some other options from email. This is going to be from the site admin email. Reply to field ID 1. This field ID 1 is going to be the email address of the person who submits this form. And then email message, this basically means this form should be sent to this email address, and what should be the content of the email, all fields, which means all the fields that the site visitor submits should be sent in the notification email. All right, so once you've finished adjusting these, this another one is confirmation. Do you want to send a confirmation? Do you want to show a confirmation message? Do you want to just show a confirmation message, show page, or do you want to redirect the visitor to one of the pages on your website after they've submitted this form? That's totally up to you. Once you've done that, you've said what you want to click on save to save your changes, and after that we can now close this, and it will take us back to our site dashboard. Alright, so I'm going to open on our site on a new tab again, so we can see what we've done and see what's missing. Alright, everything looks good. If we go to our demo website, it looks like we've done almost everything, but not everything. We've not added the newsletter subscription. So we're going to go back, and it looks like we've not added this part, so we're going to go back and do that. Alright, so we're going to go back to the customizer, and then let's see what's missing. Okay, so the about section, we're just going to do edit content, and then it's going to take us to our home page. With this theme, the about section information is pulled from the home page, so we're going to add information here that's going to show only on that about section. So we're going to click with the WordPress editor, you click this plus sign to add information. So once you click it, you can choose if you want to add a paragraph of text, or depending on what you want to add. So we can see if there's a template we can choose from, or a section. So you can see that there are templates and this section here, so you can choose this, and then if you click template library, it's going to load some template that is brought in by this team, by the Esther team that we choose. So these are the team has some cool templates, cool blocks template that we can select from. So let's go and look for one that has a video. And by the way, you can also, WordPress has tons of blocks here that you can also use. So you can also choose a video block if you want to add a video of a YouTube video or video from other platform you want to upload video. You can also choose a paragraph block if you want to put a paragraph of text. There's buttons block, there's columns, so there's a whole lot you can do with this. So I'm going to go back and just pick a block. I just wanted to show you how that works. So this theme came with a block that I liked that had that video section. So I'm just going to quickly look for it. This looks like it. So let's go with this. So we're just going to insert this. There's also a preview button, but I know what it looks like, so I just want to insert it. So we can edit the text. If you want to remove this, you can also remove this from here. So you can decide to remove that. Oh, it looks like I was on the text. You can decide to remove the whole block, and you can do Command Z to return the changes. See how flexible this is. Alright, so you can click on the video to see the option to change, to edit the URL. So this allows you to put the URL you want. So I'm just going to go to YouTube and pick a URL of a video. So let's see if I can find a video on tools. Okay, this looks good. I'm just going to copy this link address. So what I did here is basically to right click and then copy the link address, and then I'm going to go to this page, and then I'm going to post the video URL. Normally with WordPress, to embed video on a page, all what you need to do is just to paste the video URL, and WordPress is going to automatically embed that video. Once you've done, you want to click embed, and then it's going to load that video. Seeing it has embedded the video. We can also change this, and we can remove any section we don't like. So I don't want this, so I'm just going to click this, and then I'm going to do remove block, and it's going to take that out, and then we can edit the text. We can also click out here to select this entire section, and then we can change the color of the section. So you've seen we're on the layout tab. We can go to the style tab, and then we can change the background color. So we can change it to black, we can change it to white depending on what we want. Previously I used black and it looks good, so I'm just going to go ahead and use black here, but I just wanted to show you that you can use any color here. You can also set a custom color, so you can put your color code or use this to select the color that you want. So I'm just going to go with black, and for my text I'm going to just select them and then go to the color settings, and I'm going to make it white so the text are going to come out. So just select text, select the color settings, choose white, color settings white, and then once you're done, you want to click update to save changes. And once it finished updating, we can go back and we can refresh our website. So you can see that information has now been added. Let's go ahead and change this heading text. Over 10 years experience. Let me see, what did I use before? I'm going to just use something different. Over 10 years experience in the production of tools. Then you can edit this text to whatever you want, and then once you're done, remember to click update. Awesome. So let's refresh, and the changes is going to reflect. So this looks cool. Great, great, great. Okay, the last thing we want to do is to add the newsletter option. So if we go back to, if we click on, we are going to add the newsletter option, and then we are going to customize the links that are shown here and this text. So we're going to click on customize. All right, so this is it. So front page section, subscribe. By default, this integrates Send in Blue, which is an email marketing plugin. But I prefer to use MobFed. If you want to use Send in Blue, you can just click on install and activate, and this is just going to integrate Send in Blue. But I want to use MobFed, so I'm just going to go to plugins, add new, and I'm going to install the MobFed. I'm going to install the MobFed plugin. So I'm going to do install. Do activate, and then I'm going to go to MobFed and list. I'm just going to click. You can just do continue and do the setup, or you can just do finish later just to skip that. So newsletter, so I'm going to create that, and it's going to take me to where to customize my newsletter, but I don't want to create a newsletter now, so I'm just going to go to forms. I want to create a form that I can put on our site, so I'm just going to quickly create new form, and let's see what we can create. So I want to speed this up, so I'm just going to pick, let's see, let me just go ahead and pick this. Oh, this looks cool. I'm going to go ahead and pick this. So Moped has tons of templates you can choose from, and all the templates are free. So it has a video tool. I'm going to skip this, and I don't need this text, so I'm just going to remove that text block, and I'm going to click this to customize this text. From join the club, I'm going to say subscribe, and then I think I just want to save these. Let's see styles. Do I want to do anything? We can change the style. The font color, I want to use white, and I think I'm okay with every other thing, so I'm going to click. Oops, we need to select the list that customers are going to be subscribed into, and then we can save changes. So you can come here under list, and then you can create different lists, and once you create a form, you can select the list that customers will be added to when they when they subscribe. And the good thing about MailPred is that they have tons of free tutorials that you can check out. You can click this up option, and then it's going to show you, give you access to MailPred tutorials, and then you're going to see how to use this plugin. Alright, so let's go back to our site, and I'm going to refresh this page. So I'm going to publish and then refresh, basically because let's see if by publishing it, if it's able to load. Alright, so it has not detected the Moped plugin we just installed, so we're just going to refresh that tab. So I'm going to just select Moped 3 form, and then it's going to show list of forms that we have. And then you remember we created that join the club form, which we can actually rename to something else. I'm going to rename that later. So this says subscribe to our newsletter. We can change the text, subscribe to our newsletter, so we can just copy the text that we have here. What did that say? So we're going to copy that and paste in here, and then we're going to change this image. So let's use this here, and you can see that looks better. We can hide these controls just to see exactly what it looks like and see how this looks. And let's publish, and then let's go back to Moped and then just do a little bit of adjustment. So we can go, so we can edit our list and we can rename it, and then we can also go to our forms, and then we can also edit our form, and we can also rename the form. Alright, so I want this side to be smaller, so this will have more space. I'm just going to reduce this to 80%, so this email field is going to have more space. And then can do I'm going to change the form name to on-page subscriber, just to let me know where that is. Subscribers. So I'm going to go ahead and save changes. The form has been saved, so we can go to our site and preview the form. You can see that looks better now, and customers or visitors can click here to subscribe. Alright, that's it. Lastly, we're going to just remove some of the items here and customize this, and that will be it for this tutorial. We're going to go back, and then we're going to go to menus, and then we're going to go to create new menu, and then we're going to call this footer menu or menus, and then we're going to select the menu location as footer menu, and then we're going to click next, and then we're going to select the items we want to put there. So we want to put a link to our home page. Remember, I said it's the best practice to just copy the URL of your site. So for this, that will be happytools.com, or let's assume that this is our URL, and then we are going to paste, and then we're going to say home. And then for the pages, I want to add just the about and our privacy policy page to our footer. I also want to add the home page, so when someone is at the footer, they can easily return to the home page. And then I want to click publish to save changes. And lastly, I want to edit this, and if you look at it, see that there's a pencil here. Normally, wherever you see a pencil, it means if you click on that pencil, it's going to take you to where you can edit that information. So I'm going to click this. It's going to take me to the footer options where I can edit this. So I want to simply say copyright happy tools 2021. I'm going to say designed by, I'm going to change this to my site address, sundaycafe.com, and so designed by Sunday Cafe, and then I'm going to take the rest of these out. Then you can see a preview of that right away. Designed for awesome. So let's go ahead and preview our website. So you can see what our website looks like. Alright, it looks like we're done. But lastly, I would like to show you something. If you notice on the third side, I did a bit of customization. I didn't like, because depending on the image you're using, your logo may not come out yet well, and this may not come out. So for me, I wanted the menu with a white background. I wanted this sticky menu to just be permanent. I didn't want it to only appear on scroll. So what I did was to customize that with some CSS code, and then I'm just going to quickly show you how you can do a little bit of CSS customization with WordPress. So I want this to be sticky. So what I did was to inspect element. I inspected the element, and then I looked for the CSS code that controls this menu, and then look at the code here. You can see okay, let's do that here. So this, alright, this is what I want. So you can see here, this is the selector, the navbar transparent, which is the transparent menu, and you can see the background is transparent, which is why it's transparent. So we can change the background to, let's say, white. You can select the color here, but white is, that should be FF. Yes, that's white. The challenge with that would be that the color of these menu items will not come up. So we can add another rule. We can say color. We can say black, which will be the color of the text, and then we can copy this code, and then we can paste it in the additional CSS section here. So this is what we want to customize. We don't want this. We want to customize the background color, and then we want to customize two things: the background color and the text color. So we're going to add that. You've seen that it's sticky, and then we're going to publish it. And then if we go to our website, if we close this, if we refresh our website, we're going to see that it's going to be, we are going to have this white menu. So it's going to show this sticky menu permanently. So that's the customization I did that I liked. And on that customization I did was, yeah, you've seen the contact page. If you go to our main site, and if you go to the contact page or any of the pages, you're going to see that you're going to see the color that is showing. I didn't like this. I had to inspect the element and then look for the code that controls the color. So what I did was this. I inspected this, and then I tried looking for the code. Let's see. This is this. Okay, and then I found the code that controls the color. So I changed this to a dark color, and then I also changed this part to another color I like blue, and then I copied this, and then I moved to the additional CSS section. I pasted that code. Let's see if I go to about, you can click on the above page, so it will give us a preview, and you've seen the color has changed, but you have to click publish to save the changes. Alright, so those were the customizations I did using custom code, and you can see how easy that is, and that gives me what I want. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and preview our site again just to be sure we've done everything. Alright, I just remembered we didn't had, okay, so let's take a look at all our pages, because I just remembered we didn't have content to look at our, let's take a look at our about page. is empty. Our services page is empty. Our blog page should have some content since we created a post page, and our contact page is empty. So we're going to quickly add contents to those pages, and that will be it. I know this has taken a while. Thanks for your patience. So let's go to all pages, and then we want to look at our about page. So we're just going to edit it. I want to open it on a new tab. So we're just going to edit. So you can either use this plus icon here to add blog, or you can use the one here to add blog. So you can search for section. If you want to find the templates brought in by this team, you can search for section, and then it's just going to show you some templates to choose from. Or you can use the options provided by WordPress. So let's say we want to use one of these. Okay, let me see, what did I do previously on the about page? Let's see. Oh, we didn't have an about page. I see. No, it looks like we did. Let's see. Oh, I did these and then added an image here. So let's go back to our about page. Let's find a template that can give us that. So this should give us that. So we can just insert this. And I don't want this, so I can just take the I'm just going to take this out since I don't need it. And let's see, what did I add here about happy tools. So I'm just going to copy this and put this in there. I'm going to copy this text and still paste the text in here just because I want it to be a bit longer. I don't need this button, so I'm going to just click on the button block and then click on these three dots, and then I'm going to remove the block, and then I'm going to click on this image to change it. I'm going to click on replace, open media library, and then I'm just going to find an image to replace it with. So I'm going to just use this since I'm just trying to speed things up, and then I can change how this image is displayed. I can choose a style like round to round the image, and then I can publish it, update it to save changes. I can also add extra paragraph here if I want to add additional text. I can just paste some more text in here. I can add some more text, and you could just keep adding stuff. You can add another block, maybe an image block to add an image. There are tons of blocks that WordPress offers, so you can just search what matches what you want to add, video, whatever, and then just use it to add the content you want to add. And if you don't need a block, you can just click these three dots and then remove the block. So I'm just going to update this, then I'm going to close this page, and then I'm going to go and edit another page. So I'm going to edit the contact page. For that, what I want to do is to add a form. So we're using WP forms on this side. So WordPress has tons of forms plugin you can use. There's WP forms, there's Ninja forms. You can just Google WordPress forms plugin, and then you can pick one you like. WP forms is a cool forms plugin. So we can create a new form, or we can still embed the whole form we created. If we want to embed this, we can just copy the form shortcode, and then we can embed it. But let's just go ahead and add a new form, just so you know how, just so I can show you how to create a form with this plugin. So it has templates that we can select. So let's use one of the template. Let's use the template. And then we can just drag. If we want extra options, we can drag them and drop here, but we really don't want. I just wanted to show you how to do that, so I'm just going to click this delete icon to delete it. So this is enough. I just click on the title to change. So I'll just say contact page from, and then notifications. You can enter where you want it, the form. If you want, you can enable notification, so, or you can disable, or you can enable it. So if you want to be sent an email when someone submits the form, to just enable notification. This means it's going to be sent to the admin email, or you can put the email address you want it to be sent to, the subject, which is going to be the subject of the email you are going to get when someone submits this form. So you can say contact page, maybe contact page form submission, or just contact page form and all that. Contact page form on, maybe on Happy Tools, if you have different website on Happy Tools to know where this was submitted from, and this is going to ensure that all fields of the forms are sent to you as an email. And once you're done, you want to click save, and then the next thing you want to click embed, which is going to give you shortcode. So you say, if you select existing page, WP Form will try to link this form to a page, but sometimes you may not do that properly. But what you want to do is to basically use shortcode, and it's going to give you the shortcode. So you can copy the shortcode, and then you go to your contact page, click the plus icon, and then you want to search for the shortcode block. WordPress uses block, which are like widgets for everything. So if you click on the shortcode block, you can just paste it, and then you can click update, and that is going to add that form to that page. You can also add a little text. Yes, you can add a paragraph, so you can say fill this form to get in touch with us, and then you can click this up arrow just to move this form, or move this text up above the form, and you can click update to update that. Okay, let's look for a test site, and then if we click on contact, we're going to see a form on the contact page, and if we click on about, we're going to see some information on the about page. So we're just going to quickly add information to the services page. So we are going to click on edit to edit the services page. So we're going to click this. We can add paragraph, or we can also browse or to see all the options WordPress has. So there are tons of stuff you can use here to add contents to this page, or you can also use this section that is added by the SEO team using this OrbitFox plugin that we installed. So we can click this section, template library, and then we are going to also see some pre-made templates that we can choose from to create our services page. So we can still use these, but there are tons you can pick from, or we can decide to use these to list the services we provide. Okay, let's pick one of these. Let me go ahead and pick these. Now we were choosing a WordPress theme. We want to be sure that the theme uses the default editor. Basically, most WordPress, if not all WordPress themes, does. Some teams also use integrate page builders like Elementor and so on. You can check on my channel for videos on that. Alright, so these, just want to say our services, and then we can edit this text to what we want. We can click this and then replace the image. So we can, let me just do this for one, just to show you how. Open the media library, and then we can select an image we want to show there. Let's say this, and then we can do select, and then it's just going to replace that image. That looks like that's the image that was there. I'm a bit confused now. Alright, so let's use this then. And then but you want to make sure that the image is big, so everything will be about the same size. Yeah, so let's replace that again, and I'm just going to go with this since it's big. And then you can give a title. Let's the services could be installation, could be repairs, could be maintenance, and then you can add text. And since this is the services page, you may not want to take people to anywhere, so these buttons may not be necessary. So you could just click here, and then click the three dots, and then click remove block to remove the button, or you can just do click on this and then click delete to remove it. cast that, and then I'm going to just then notice this our services, or what we do. And you can click just outside this space to select this section, and that will allow you to change to apply some settings to the sections. So you can change the columns, you can change the style. This is which is what I want us to do. So I want to change the background of this to white, and then you can also use the background image, but I just want the white background for this. That's basically all I want to do, but there are tons of other features here you can use. So because of time, I'm just going to update, and we are going to go and check out our website. So this is it, and you're going to see that this looks like a professional website. Alright, so you can see welcome to Happy Tools, and you can see, remember I showed you where we could change the color of this button. So we can change this, adjust the colors I preferred. So you can see the video we had it. Someone can play this video right here and meet our team, what our clients say, the logos, which could be customers, partners, sponsors, an option to subscribe. Let me show what this looks like. So if I enter my email, let's say, and I click on subscribe, and then from our site dashboard, if we go to WordPress and then we go to subscribers, I'm going to see a list of subscribers. See, this is me, I just subscribed, and you can adjust your settings to say this is showing status as unconfirmed. So you can adjust your settings to say sign up confirmation if you want people to get sign up confirmation. With this, an automatic email that you define is going to be sent to people, and they are going to have to click on that link to confirm that they want to subscribe. You can set that to no or yes depending on what you prefer. So you can see a list of your subscribers in the subscribers interface, and so that's that. You can select all, you can export subscribers, you can import subscribers. You can also go to your list, and you can see that this is one subscriber in this list. You can select this list, and you can send an email to the list, and so on. You can create a new list, new segment. Remember to click this help option here so you can learn about how to use WordPress. It's a really great plugin by Automatic, the owners of WooCommerce. So this also works really well for e-commerce marketing, so check that out. Alright, so let's wrap this up. I'm going to just go and we're going to take a look at our website to see if we forgot anything. And you can see everything looks good. We have our navigational menus, we have our logo, and then we've been able to customize everything. And remember, like I said, you can add additional options to the features, the services, and then we added this ourselves. Can edit all of these, so this looks amazing. So this is because we just subscribed. This says check your inbox or spam folder to confirm your subscription, and then these are the letters post from our blog, and this is get in touch, where our customers or site visitors can get in touch with us. And you can see copyright happy to 2021, designed by Sound Cafe, and if I click there, it's going to take me straight up to my website. So it's going to take me to the links that I specified there. So you can see that is it. Looks amazing. And if you go to, you can see this is also built with WordPress. You go to soundcafe.com/resources. You're going to see some of my WordPress resources, and these are links to some hosting companies that I recommend. You can just click any of these links, and it's going to take you to the hosting company for you to purchase their hosting plan using my affiliate link. And then you can see some WordPress tools. Yeah. Alright, so let's go back to our site. So that is it. So let's check out our about page. Looks good. Let's check out our services page. Looks amazing, but I don't like how this looks, so I'm just going to do edit page. I want to open that on a new tab because I don't want to close this, and then I'm going to look at what happened. Okay, so there's a little text under here. I don't want this. I'm going to just delete that. Alright, so now everything is well aligned. I'm going to come back and refresh, and everything should look good. I'm going to go to the blog page, and then we are going to see our latest post, and these are called widgets. So you can go to our site dashboard, and then we can go to appearance, widgets, and we can determine the widget that is going to show on our blog page. So if you come here, widgets, you can see all this. So we can take all this out if we don't want them showing. So we can leave search and these, and we can add more product subscription from the, and so we can just expand all these and take out stuff we don't need. So if we go back again and refresh, we're going to see it's going to look better. So you've seen all those unnecessary items have been removed. Let's go to our contact page, and it looks good. So I believe that is the end of our site, but you can see it says coming soon is active. When I was back in there, let me go to the dashboard so I can show you how to turn that off. Set coming soon have active, and that appears to be from Bluehost. So we can click launch your site, so it can take us to where we can remove that. Let's see, launch with confidence. So we're going to just click on launch your site, and then our site has been launched. That means anyone can now access our website. Let's click on settings. Let's see what Bluehost has here. You can see the coming soon page. So Bluehost integrates some features for us, which allows us to create a coming soon page and gives us access to other features. Alright, so that's it. Everything looks good. So that means we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I know this took a while. Thank you so much for following, and with this I'm confident you'll be able to build a professional WordPress website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on the comment or reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I'll be happy to assist you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon so you'll be notified when I upload new videos on WordPress. Bye for now.